Golfing fans, welcome back to the channel, proudly sponsored by betting.co.uk. I'm back again with my weekly golf selections for you, but in this episode they are coming quick and fast because it's Wednesday already and I'm a little bit behind schedule. But we've got two events to turn our attentions to: the DP World Tour, we have the Spanish Open, and then on the PGA Tour we have the Shriners Children's Open as well. I've got 3 in one, 4 on the other, and hopefully we can have another profitable week here on the channel. Start off with the DP World Tour, where we have the Open de Espana, or the Spanish Open, where Jon Rahm's opened up as your 2-1 favourite to win his 4th Spanish Open in just his last 5 starts. He's going to be very hard to knock off that pedestal once again, but I definitely think with over 150 players in the field that there is some good value on offer elsewhere. A few things that you'll need if you're going to be taking Jon Rahm off that stall this week: you don't want any rookies. You're going to need someone with class, potentially someone who's actually had a DP World Tour win already, so they know how to get it done, because on that final day, no matter where Jon Rahm is, he is going to be a big danger to the entire field. 3 selections lined up for the Spanish Open, and the first is Antoine Rosner at 40-1. I think he's a really good bet this week. Very classy player who's already got 3 DP World Tour titles to his name. He hasn't actually been playing very well of late, but that doesn't concern me with Antoine Rosner, as those courses have been set up completely against his sort of style. But he's actually got all the attributes to bounce back this week, and at 40-1, he's going to be a really tough player to keep out of the places. Selection number 2 is Thorbjorn Olesen at 30-1, 2 points each way here. Possibly possesses one of the best golf swings on either of the DP World Tour or the PGA Tour circuits, and he's a 7-time winner on the DP World Tour already. He also won the Thailand Classic this year, playing seriously good golf. Last week, he had a really notable performance in the French Open. He was absolutely dialed in with his irons, looks fully in control of his golf game. And Thorbjorn Olesen is a player that finds form, keeps it, loses it. Finds form, keeps it, loses it. He's just starting to find his form again. He looks really in control of his golf swing. And at 30-1, a classy player like Thorbjorn Olesen definitely has the tools to go and win this week's Spanish Open. And my third selection for the Spanish Open is one of the homeland players, Adriana Tegui, at 30-1. 1 point each way here. And again, he's got 4 DP World titles already to his name. And again, showed some pretty form coming into this following last week's French Open. I actually think he's going to relish playing in his own country, when it's usually not something that I quite like to follow. But he's a real momentum player. So if he starts well this week, I think he's going to continue that for the entire 4 rounds. And if that happens, it could just be a bit of a special week for Adriana Tegui winning his home Open. Moving on to the PGA Tour, we've got the Shriners Children's Open, where Tom Kim has opened up as your 12-1 favourite to win the event, just like he did last year. But at one of these low-scoring events, my best bet of the entire week on either tour is Vincent Norrman at 35-1. Absolutely thriving this year. He's another seriously good player from Sweden. He's actually moved in with his pal Ludvig Aberg, so you can imagine how many wins they've already got to their names in just a few months. And he shot 22 under to win the Barbasol, and then carded a final round of 65 to come over and win the Irish Open as well. So he's a PGA Tour winner, an Irish Tour DP World Tour winner as well. And I think coming into this week, he has every single chance to win. I cannot believe that you can get 35-1 about Vincent Norrman. That is a staggering price. A really, really good bet, and I am fully invested. My second selection is a win-only bet, and that's Cam Davis at 22-1, who I don't fancy as much as Vincent Norrman. If anything, the prices should be reversed on these two. But Cam Davis is a really good player himself. He's had 4 top 10s in his last 7 starts, and he seemed dialed in last week with his wedges, seemingly getting better with his putter too. And on that basis, it's pretty impossible to leave Cam Davis out this week at 22-1. Selection number 3 is Christian Bezzecno at 50-1. Always been one of my favourite players. Has won on the DP World Tour, yet to make that transition and win on the PGA Tour. But he's been knocking on the door a few times, and he certainly looked good in last week's Sanderson Farms. Looked like he was swinging the golf club really well again in carded rounds of 66, 69, and then 268. So I'm sure it's not going to be long until Christian Bezzecno breaks his maiden on the PGA Tour. Now, my final selection of the week only just scraped in this week. I was planning on having 3 and 3, but the 4th selection for the PGA Tour is JT Poston at 33-1. Now, he was the initial player that went straight into my mind when I saw that this event was coming up this week. And he's a very good player who has actually got plenty of top 10s as well. He's got 4 top 10s in his last 7 starts. I just slightly question his bottle. Can he finish out a tournament? Yes, he's got 2 PGA Tour wins to his name, but they were ages ago. He's been in contention a few times and slightly bottled it, which is, don't get me wrong, a slight worry. But he has got his opportunity from me this week to put things right, and he has actually been playing some really good event, particularly in this event. Actually, he does tick quite a lot of boxes. So JT Poston at 33-1, pretty decent each way bet as well. Okay, so just to recap on those. So the DP World Tour, we have Antoine Rosner, 2.5 points each way, 8 places, 40-1. Thorbjorn Olesen, 2 points each way, 8 places, 30-1. And Adriana Tegui, 1 point each way, 8 places, 30 to 1. And on the Shriners Open, my best bet of the entire week is Vincent Norman at 35 to 1, 2.5 points each way. Cam Davis, a 3-point win at 22 to 1. Christian Bezaden at 1 point each way at 50 to 1. And then JT Poston 1 point each way at 33 to 1. So just some quick fire selections for you this week. But don't forget, if you want to come over and join the group chat, there is a link in the description below. We've got about 300 members in there now. Free bets, early access, extra content. We've got it all going on. If you'd like to come over and join us, there's a link in the description below. But that's it for now. Hopefully it's another profitable week once again for the channel. Let me know who you're backing as well. Drop me a comment in the description below and we'll see how we go on. See you all real soon.